We are. All right, guys, happy Friday, June 9th, coming to you excited, coming to you from my living room, actually my dining room, because I have two children home today. My daughter sleeps in a little bit longer than Silas, but we are home. And so I'm grateful to have my children all in one place. It's been an amazing, amazing week. And so I'm coming to you full of tremendous levels of gratitude today. So I wanted to thank you. And before we get started, and I don't want to talk too much about this because I want to make sure I'm sensitive to who she is and what she's going through. So for the people that don't know, we have a team member, Nicole Penland. She's been a huge part of coaching for a long time now. She is going through a battle right now, and she is starting chemo. And so if anyone knows what that's like or has experienced that, or has had family members, this is not going to be easy on her, on her physical being, on her emotional being, on her spiritual being. This is going to be a challenge for her. But you know what? She's here today, and she showed up. And you know what? Her camera is on. So if you're on this call today, listen, I'm going to keep it real as penitentiary steel with everybody on this call. Put your cameras on, get involved, be here, be present. If Nicole can show up in the state that she's in, what's your excuse? What's your excuse? So if you're on this call right now, I'm going to call some people's names out. Lovepreet, Jay, Liz, Bo, Jordan, everyone else that doesn't have their cameras on. You guys, I want to encourage you from the bottom of my heart to play bigger with us today, to keep it moving, to do it for ourselves, to show up here in a huge way. And listen, I need everybody right now on the call. Let's send her love. Let's send her light. Shanice she practices this. Send her name's Nicole Penland. She has two amazing young boys. I want you to send her love, light, healing, prayers, energy, everything that you got, you guys, everything. No matter what you believe in this universe, in this world, about faith, whatever it is, send it to her, send it to her, send it to her. You guys, I have goosebumps talking about this right now. Nicole, I think I needed you today. I needed you today to be here for me and to show that no matter what, you're committed to this. So you guys, let that resonate with you for a moment. Let that sit with you for a moment, and let's just send her everything that you guys got. So Otis, I appreciate that, big dog. I felt the same way. As soon as you said that, I said, you and I are on the same exact path.
And it's not even that, Elias. She's out here working too, bro. She hit me and tried to help me with some of her clients to help her and stuff, bro. So, I mean, I ain't trying to be an asshole today, but this woman's literally fighting for her fucking life. And if you can't do the decency of turning on your camera, how we calling each other's brothers and sisters, man? Like, y'all talking about, oh, I can't do my makeup. And I'm sorry to just get out here, but I'm kind of offended by the people not picking up. This is our sister, and she's really fighting for something. And all we can't do is turn on the fucking phone. Come on, y'all.
You guys, Nicole's battling cancer right now, and she's here, she's with us, she's present. And so I want to encourage you to be here, to be present, to be with us. You guys, let's go ahead and start the session now. Thank you for the sentiment, ODOG. Thank you, Nicole, for being here, for being vulnerable enough to be in this space with us. Shanice, I'm actually going to turn it over to you. As we begin, I want you to send her what you do, right? Because you're a Reiki, is that what, am I saying right?
Practitioner, yeah. So
practitioner.
Nicole, I haven't met you, I haven't spoken to you, and I just want to let you know I'm really empathic with my energies, and I feel it in my chest. I feel the love from everybody else, but I also feel just your energy. And so I would love just an opportunity just to like touch bases with you personally, because this is what I do. And I know that, and it almost like makes me emotional, and it's obviously not my emotions. I think they're your emotions. So I would love the opportunity just to speak to you, because I would need your consent. I would need you to say, yes, Shanice, I accept, I want this, so that I can send you distant healing. But also if you want to chat about personal healing, I actually have a meeting with G today. I'm meeting with her. And so I definitely am here with you guys. And this is just what I do. So Nicole, I would love just to talk to you so that we can kind of get more on a basis. I can get a better idea so I can visualize it here on my side. And we can just start breaking down all of those blockages and all of the things just to give you strength, you know? So I'm here for you, Nicole.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Shanice, so I think that we're out on the field. I think we're ready. I think we're all in a state. So Shanice, I want you to share with us one business win this week, one personal win this week, and what are some of the biggest challenges you're going through? Rapid fire. Let's start there.
So a big win for me was Wednesday when we did our business planning. It was almost like an aha moment for me in both of the aspects of my realm, which is real estate and my spirituality. And I have begun to create a real estate program for Reiki. And so what I'm doing is I'm creating ways to manifest. I'm working on ways to build confidence, to open your throat chakra for articulation, different things I'm working on for you guys. Essentially, when I was there on Wednesday, a lot of the agents kind of raised their hand, and it may have been like a joke at the time, but they were like, I need healing, like I need my energies fixed and all of the things. And it was like, for me, it was like, oh my God, like this is a whole realm of people that I didn't even realize. And what's good is that it's forcing me to internalize and look inward, because to make these programs, I need to be able to figure out like what I'm struggling with, because what I'm struggling with as an agent is what everybody else is struggling with as an agent as well. So it not only helps me help others, but it's helping me acknowledge myself as well. Another positive, me and G, we're connecting today. We have a dinner date. And so I'm super excited about that. We're going to have a conversation of not only about, our spirituality, but with, real estate as well. And I just received my 30-day challenge yesterday. So I'm here, I'm ready. I feel really excited about this weekend and the weeks to come, just because now I really feel like my momentum is starting to pick up, and I'm able to move forward and like do the reels and do the cold calling and all this stuff just to get in it and get down and dirty. So I'm excited.
I love this. Really love this message, and I appreciate you looking at this holistically. I want you to follow somebody online on Instagram. She's the Manifestation Ninja. Her name's Maria Concha. She's a good friend of mine. I actually coach her husband. He's a firefighter in New York, somebody I want you to connect with. So you guys, Nicole just put in the chat that she got in contract this week with Will. We'll talk about that in a couple minutes. So despite her situation, what she's going through health-wise, she was able to get in the contract because she's still taking action no matter what. And so you guys, I wanted to share some thoughts with you right now. And the premise of this conversation is going to be rooted in your body of work. And so just stay with me on this thought track, because I saw something, I was inspired. And so I want to try to give this back to you guys in a way that I received it. And I want to give it back to you in a way that you guys can receive that. How many of you are waiting, and this could mean our top producers on the call, Roxanne's here, we have, Chris here, we have some really big players on the call today. Are you guys the people that wait to know everything and be like, oh my God, I need to learn the next best thing in order for me to grow in my business? Are you guys the people that have to know everything, that overthink everything, that overanalyze everything? Are you that person? Please raise your hand if you consider yourself to be that person. Okay, and I appreciate that, and thank you for that sentiment. Oftentimes we say, if I only knew X, I'd be able to do Y in my life, in my business, and relationships. And oftentimes I don't think it's rooted in that, and I want to share with you. I want you right now to look at what is the outcome that you have for the year. What does that look like? What do you want to make? Who do you want to contribute? What does that outcome look like for the year? And then I want you to really start inspecting everything that you do, because this is not what you need to learn next. Stop thinking that you need to learn something new in order for you to be successful in this business. You don't, but what you do need is you need a body of work. And let me elaborate on this. What you need to do is you need to look at your business and say, okay, every single week, what is the number? What is the amount? What is the definable amount of time that I need to spend doing the action items that actually move my needle, that are my core competencies, that are my core focus in this business? Think about that. What does that number look like? Is it 2 hours a day of prospecting, 1 hour a day of door knocking, 4 hours of video content, whatever that looks like for you? What is your core competency that is going to move your needle, that is going to have the highest impact on your business. And then once you look at that, I want you to reflect and go to your calendar and say, okay, I've told myself that these are my core competencies. These are the activities. This is the minimum amount of time that I need to do weekly. It's defined. How much am I actually sticking to this? Because 99% of people out there say all the things that they know they need to do in this business, but don't do it in its entirety. Now, if there's people on this call that doesn't resonate with you, then cool. Then you're a part of an elite group of people that actually does the things that they know they need to do. So here's where the body of work comes in. If you know you need to do certain things in your business, well, how do you know if you're even getting better? If you are making, say, 100 phone calls a week, are you tracking those phone calls first off in your CRM or in CISO or however else you track it? I don't care if it's on your whiteboard. And then if you're making that amount of calls, the people are picking up. So let's say 25 people picked up. Out of those 25 conversations that you had, did you actually book for an appointment? Well, no. Well, if you're tracking, if you're recording, then what can you do? You could get together with your coach, with me, and be like, hey, I'm making these phone calls. I'm having conversations, but I'm not booking for an appointment. All right, now we have a body of work that you can inspect. Oftentimes, we are not building a huge body of work or a database that states that, okay, I'm going to go and do some research on my database, right? My data, all the data I've collected on my activities. Give you another example. Say you go and knock on 100 doors. How many conversations did you have? Were you converting for the appointment? So now you can say, you know what? I actually do a really good job with the highs and the hellos. But when they start to challenge me about the market, when they start to ask me questions about interest rates or what's it look like for me as a seller that's sitting on a 3% interest rate and I want to sell my home and now I have to have a 7% interest rate. What does that actually look like for me? Like, what is the depth of that conversation that you can have? But if you're not doing enough of the activity, you have no body of work to really analyze. So what I want you guys to do, top producers, up and comers, and brand new agents on this call today, is I want you to start compiling your body of work. This is why creating videos is so important. You guys can go back and look at my videos from 3 or 4 years ago. Look at your videos from 3 or 4 years ago. They sucked, right? And hey, if you started out and you were dope, then hey, more power to you. But I promise you this, your videos probably sucked back then. They didn't have a hook. They were long-winded. They were 1 minute and 20 seconds. Shit, I saw a video that I created the other day, 4.5 minutes. I love you guys. I'm sure you have some level of love for me, but I promise you this, you're probably not going to watch a 4.5 minute video that I create today. Just not going to happen. But what it's allowed me and what it will allow you to do is to have a body of work. If you want to get better at writing emails, then write emails. How many emails are you actually sending out every single week? Are you looking at your open rate? If your open rate is in the low teens or it's below 10%, then guess what? You need to become a better writer. You need to become a better writer. What research are you pulling? What links? Where does it drive them back to? How are you keeping that audience engaged? Body of work. Body of work is everything right now. What is converting? What is opening text messages? Well, I don't know because I don't send that many text messages. How many one-to-one videos are you sending each week? And what is the reply? Well, I don't know. I don't really do that. Well, then start with a body of work. You guys, you'll hear me say this until I'm blue in the face and I'm lit up this morning and I'm excited and I'm passionate about this. You have to, no matter what, say, I don't know all the answers, but I'm just going to go out and use this beautiful thing that I have as a voice. The action will lead to experience. The experience is going to give you feedback. That feedback is going to tell you what are the skill sets that you need to improve upon. That is the formula for your success. But if you're sitting waiting, if you're thinking, if you're not doing the calls, knocking on the doors, making the videos, sending the emails, writing the posts, then what are you actually doing to build a craft that you could go back and look at your body of work? What are you actually doing? That's my question, and that's my sentiment for the morning. So before you think about all the things, like, you know what? Got some shoes. I'm going to go knock and I'm going to go do this. I have a phone. You all have a phone. I'm just going to say something and then I'm going to post that. And it doesn't have to be perfect. But based on the feedback, based on the likes, the views, the no comments, the high comments, the engagement, whatever happens to that, now you can say, okay, I got a lot of people responding to that video. I think I'm onto something. There's your body of work. But if you're sitting here and you're on this call right now and you still haven't created any videos for whatever reason, whatever block that you have mentally, how do you know if it's working or not? How do you know? I had a coaching call yesterday, a coaching meeting with a brokerage, 169 agents. Most stubborn person I've probably ever spoke with in my entire life, unreluctant to realize that, hey, there's some things that he needs to change in order to grow. And the reason I got that meeting is because one of his agents said, hey, we need you to come in and help us because our brokerage is in, it needs something. But he was unreluctant to look at it. He was unreluctant to look at it and say, you know what, I need to make some changes. He said to me this, social media doesn't work for realtors. Social media. I said, okay, all right. So give me some more context. Based on that comment, how would you know? When was the last time you analyzed all of your social media or your team members' social media and did an audit? Well, we've never done that. I said, well, how do you know it's not working for them? I just have a hunch. A hunch? You need a body of work in order for you to inspect. Once you have a body of work, now you start tearing into that. You start tearing into that. Be like, wow, do I really say that every single time a client says ABC, I see it say XYZ? Or do I really sound like that? Is my voice really in that high pitch every time they say, do I sound like that? When they actually give me an in, do I ask for the appointment or do I have this dope ass conversation for 17 minutes and I never close the door? I say, you know what, G, based on what you've told me, it sounds like we should set up a time to meet. Would you prefer to do in person or on Zoom? What would work better for you? Wonderful. Is today better or tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m.? Wonderful. I'm looking forward to connecting with you and talking to you more about our strategy and how we get offers accepted in this competitive environment. That's it, you guys. But if you don't have a body of work, what the heck can you inspect? So I want to encourage everybody to be able to be clear with their number, their application number, their outcome number. We all know what we want to make this year. You should know. At 6 months into the year, you should be clear on what you want to make. And then say, okay, what is the minimum amount of activities I need to do every single week in order for me to hit that number? And then I'm going to inspect everything. I'm going to analyze everything. I'm going to dive in. And then you come to a coaching session with me. And Otis is like, hey, man, I'm having some challenges. I've recorded my last 20 phone calls. I heard some things, but can we go through some of those? Cool, let's press play. Did you hear that? Yeah, I heard that. When they said this, why did you say that? You guys, it's a great way. And if you're not tracking in CC or wherever else you're tracking, how are you actually looking at what are your conversion rates? How many appointments do you go on before you actually start writing offers? And how many offers do you write before you actually get something accepted? And if you're writing a ton of offers and you're not getting accepted, what's the body of work? The body of work is the offers. Now we can look at your terms. Now we can look at how creative your cover letter is. So this is my sentiment for you guys this morning. You guys need to start building your body of work, and it should be scrappy. It should be gritty. It should be imperfect, as long as it's consistent, though. As long as it's consistent. It could be all those other things, but the one thing it can't be is inconsistent. Everything needs to be consistent, as choppy, as gritty, as unsexy as it possibly can be. It allows you to say, you know what, now I have a body of work. I analyze fucking everything, you guys, because it's important to stay humble. So many times, and I made a video on this morning, so many times we have a drunk monkey on our shoulder. And the drunk monkey is telling you a story. And the drunk monkey is telling you to hit snooze. Don't go to work out. We'll prospect tomorrow. Eat that ice cream. It's past 9 o'clock, but it's okay. You deserve it. I'm not going to make content today because I don't feel like it. All of us have a drunk monkey that is telling us a story. And we're either buying that or we're silencing him or her. We're silencing that drunk monkey. So I want to ask you guys, as I start this off, and before I turn the mic over and we start talking about action, what is the drunk monkey that you have on your shoulder telling you right now? Is it something positive? Is it something negative? What is that saying? What are they telling you? that you don't have the time, that you're unorganized, don't create the content, sleep in a little bit. What are some of the drunk monkey things that you've been told recently? Is there anything that you guys want to share? Is there a conversation that the drunk monkey is having with you that's not serving you? Anybody? Feel free to chime in on this conversation.
I'll go, Coach.
What's up, G?
So I think my drunk monkey's been telling me that my content is not of value, that like it's not that great.
Okay.
So that's what my drunk, and it's excuse me, it's prevented me from posting some of the things that I have already made. Because I'm just like, is this good? Is it a value? Is anyone gonna like it? And so I'm overthinking it because my drunk monkey is telling me it's not that poppin'.
All right, cool. So let's talk about this. Over the last 90 days, how many educational videos have you created for consumers?
2.
2. All right. So based on that time frame, do you think that you have a big enough body of work?
No.
Okay. So silence the drunk monkey by saying, you know what, I'm going to research, I'm going to read more, and I'm going to deliver something that is high quality. Because if you're not getting views, if you're not getting likes, if you're not getting engagement, what does it say about your content? I need to improve something, because the engagements, lack thereof, or the engagement is telling you exactly what the consumers want in your content. But if you don't have a large body of work, you don't really have a real data pool to say what's working and what's not. And let's just have this conversation. Let's pull this up. So when we look at this Reels over the last 30 days, this one right here. So check this out. What was it about this video? I hear no more. This is what worked on that video. You had more views and more likes. Oh, this one is the kids. They always get good views. But check this out. I would want you to go back and evaluate this video right here. All right. So you had 113 likes on that video. That's working. You had 2,056 views on this 9 comments and 68. You know what that means about that video? People want more content. Strangers want more content from you that's in Spanish. So when you look at that, you have to really, really analyze and look back at it, like, okay, what do my analytics say? What I want to challenge you to do right now, Grisel, to go into that video, look at your insights and see if that video was shared or saved by anybody. And just share with us that number. Okay. Go right now.
I gotta go grab my phone.
Okay, well, when you do that, while other people are talking, I want you to tell me, but just looking at it, that's what's working for you. And if somebody saw that shit 2,000 times and they liked it 69 times and they commented 9 times, and hopefully it was saved or shared, it means that you need to be doing more content in Spanish. You need to get your kids involved. That comment's 113 comments. That is high engagement. So based on what I'm looking at, Griselda, that shit's working for you. But you need to continue to build that body of work. Continue to try different things, try a variety of things, and then you'll find, wow, that's really hitting. That's really hitting.
Can I comment on something really quick? I was wondering if that Spanish video was really hitting because I tagged people on it, they reshared, and then we had had a collaboration with another agent, Ruth. So I was wondering, was it that?
All of that. So when you post that video at the bottom, it's going to tell you, oh, you've unlocked this star, you have a collaborator, you have trending music, you have all that stuff. So you've done the things that you need to do. Other people's audiences, it's in Spanish, it's a good flow, you guys have good lighting, good background, you have captions that are in Spanish. Those were all recipes, things that worked. So I appreciate your sentiment. More body of work. Do more of that to really, really start to say, okay, I'm finding a rhythm, I'm finding a groove. Okay, so while you grab your phone, we're going to continue the conversation on ODog. If you could take a quick breath in between, Griselda, grab your phone. I want to hear the analytics. So go, Otis.
Drunken monkey. I like that analogy. I have a thing with success. When I get to a pinnacle of success, I kind of run away with sports. I had a dual scholarship, got to the level, and right when it was my turn, I walked away with production, got to a specific part. Got too big for my britches and fought with my partner, and we fell out. And now I'm feeling like I'm starting to progress in real estate, and I'm going to the pinnacle, about to reach my second goal. My first one was already hit. I hit 5 million about 2 months ago. So I'm almost at 10. But I feel like this monkey's just been telling me, don't work today, don't do this. For the last few weeks, I've been going through a lot of stuff and mentally I've been breaking down. And that monkey's just been fucking fueling my ear, bro. And just getting on me. So I had to put my big boy pants on and get up and say, hey, fuck that. You've been through everything. And this is just a small little testament. You're not gonna let this fucking monkey keep you from passing this finish line, which you worked so fucking hard for. So to all those people out there struggling, business ain't good right now. Think out of it at a positive look. This is supposed to be the slow point. Summer's coming around. Rates are gonna drop. What you gonna do? How you gonna be prepared? You gonna go get that bag or you gonna let this monkey keep talking to you? So I said, fuck you, monkey. And I got up and I did something about it today.
You know what? You know what the monkey knows? The monkey knows a pattern, right? And things that you've done in your past, like you just stated. The monkey knows a pattern. So it's just like, oh, here we go again. Success. Let's party. Let's relax. That monkey knows that because you've allowed him in before. So now that you're conscious of it and you are pulled by a bigger vision, and now you have a baby that looks up to you and thinks that you are the world to him. Hold on a sec. I got bigger things, drunk monkey. You go back to doing your thing. I have bigger things to accomplish. My vision for my life and business is way bigger than any noise, any distraction, any drunk monkey. So appreciate you sharing that, man, and that you've recognized that. Colin, drunk monkey, let's hear from you and anybody else that wants to share theirs, and then we're going to go.
Oh, and I took you up on the content. I got my real estate show. I got 3 pilots done, and I got another 3 pilots in a video I'd like to show with you. We can't share on social media because they're going to a big push on a big promotion, but I love to share you, and I want to thank you for pushing me to do it.
Oh, I love this. I love this. Awesome. Awesome. So let's continue on. Colin, drunk monkey, bro. What's the drunk monkey that you need to silence?
Hey, briefly, I think that Griselda and I have something in common, and maybe more than just us here. I got my bright, shiny new iMac. I'm ready to go. I got all the tech. I got the setup. The problem is I have a lack of confidence having to do with video editing and all that stuff. And I see all your polished videos. I'm like, damn, how does Elias do that? Is he doing it all from his phone? What is he doing? I promised myself that I would do a video preview of a property every day. There's this amazing condo that I think is a real sleeper right by the Team Fast office. I want to do a preview of it, but the problem is I don't know how to chop videos up. And so I feel like, okay, I better say everything I need to say all at once and get it all perfect because I can't chop it up and I can't merge stuff and whatever. And so I feel hindered by my inability to do any kind of video editing. Obviously, I'm rearing to embrace all of it. I'm just, I don't know. I have almost a phobia. So
listen, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Who cares at first? Just who cares? Just create. And as time goes on, download Captions. It's an app. Learn how to do it. You're going to have some trial and error, but don't get stuck in not posting something because you're stuck in, oh my God, I have to edit this, right? So just create. Once again, you need a body of work. The body of work for you is something that you want to focus on, which is, I want to become better at editing. Well, let me ask you a question, Colin. In the last 30 days, how much time have you actually spent on editing? Go, answer the question.
none whatsoever. I don't know.
Okay, so stay with me. So none whatsoever. So you have this thought of something that is stressing you out, but yet you've done nothing to mitigate it. So if you want to mitigate that and you want to get over that fear or that trepidation or that challenge or that blockage, then you say, all right, it's on my calendar. And 1 hour for the next 5 days, I am going to try these editing apps. I'm going to watch some stuff on YouTube. I'm going to watch some stuff on IG, and I'm going to figure out some baseline stuff. But if you're not doing anything to fix it, then all you're doing is you're creating stress on yourself and you're not doing anything to fix it. The choice is yours, bro. And so there's all kinds of stuff out there in the world, but if you're not actually spending the time, you guys, this is where I create all my stuff. I'm not even tech savvy. I wasn't tech savvy. I became tech savvy because I needed to, because I'm running a business, right? I became tech savvy. Bro, you've been with me for a long time. Colin knew me as the manager at Coldwell Banker years ago. Dude, I wasn't even on IG. When I met you, I did not have an Instagram account. Nothing. Right? So if I can do it at 43 years old and learn how to be, somewhat dangerous with social media, editing, and so on and so forth, so can you. But you have to put in the time. You have to put in the time. Dude, I spent a lot of time figuring stuff out, and it's still progressing, man. It's evolution. It's evolution. So don't stress yourself out with something that you're not doing anything to fix. That's just useless baggage on yourself.
All right, I can commit to that. Captions, I can commit to that today. Captions,
Cool.
is that it?
Cool. That's it. Just
Captions
download
app.
it. That's it.
Done.
Simple.
We need George to give us a class.
Totally. Absolutely. Absolutely. Chris Edwards, let's go to you, big dog. Let's talk about Drunk Monkey, and then I'm going to turn it over to you guys.
All right, so my drunken monkey is basically getting over myself. I started doing the posting on social media. I was banging them out, and it was to be a part of the social media posting competition. And like I sent to you, Elias, I was like, when it was 20 people in the running, I'm like, oh yeah, I got a chance. But when it moved up to 10 and I saw the stats on Sisu, it's like I'm gonna be working hard not to win, to reach my goal. But at the same time, I need to look as like it's gonna help your business even if you don't win. So it's like that's what my drunken monkey is like, man, fuck this, bro. You're not about to win, bro. Why you keep posting? But it's like, Chris, just keep posting. And that's what I'm dealing with right now.
Yeah, because listen, the idea is to give you guys momentum on your business and give you visibility on social media, regardless if you're spending time with us in Mexico. This is omnipresent. We need to do this constantly to grow our business. And Big Smooth, you got a lot to say. You're a very smart dude. You're an athlete. There's so many angles of what you could be saying and doing. So yeah, use this as to say, you know, maybe that was the push that I needed, but now I'm getting a little bit comfortable. Now I got a body of work. Now I'm getting likes and viewerships and DMs. I'm like, something's hitting for me. So even if you don't win, Chris, use this as now I've established a body of work for me to go and inspect. Now I can look at analytics, I can look at behaviors, I can look at what's trending and say, okay, wow, okay, I think I need to make more of those videos.
Right. And it's also getting over myself because I know other people in other industries that always post, I get a cringe feeling like, bro, I don't want to see you today, but fuck it, that they're not going to pay my bills. The people who's cringing is not going to help me pay my bills and take care of my family.
Listen, there's people out there in this world that are making shittier content than everybody on this call, and they're smoking us in money, smoking us, right? Why? They're just consistent. They're consistent, and they're evolving. That's it, you guys. Like I wrote this down and I heard this from John Cheplack, and I thought it was perfect. You guys don't need more coaching on what to say, what to do. I think we do enough of that. All you guys need is coaching on consistency. Why do you think the messaging for me is consistent every single time? We do this 3 times a week. It's consistency. You guys become masters at consistency. It's game over. It is game over. It is not that, oh my God, I prospected a couple weeks ago. It was fun. It worked out for me. No, like, did you do that consistently? Are you making content? Are you sharing? Is everyone dialing into the daily sitcom of Chris Edwards in bed? Look what he's doing today. It's just consistency. And that is one thing that has been a game changer in my business, is consistency. So Chris, I love this sentiment, and thanks for sharing. Jessica, let's go to you, and then I'm going to turn the mic over to everyone about action. What you did in your business this week to take action and how that led to results. Go first, Jessica, with
yeah. Okay, hi, good morning. I feel like for me, well, I don't know, today I woke up with a lot of anxiety, and there's just like a little voice in my head that's telling me that I'm not gonna make it, or that I'm not gonna be successful. So that's that little voice that I'm battling right now.
Wow, I appreciate you sharing. And you have to think about this. You've probably overcome some adversity in your life. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
You probably had the same fear about different things that you've done in your academic career, in your athletic career.
Yeah.
And let's just take it from a very, very baseline. I'm sure at a time when you were pregnant with your daughter that you're like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this, right? I don't know if I can do this. Didn't she just graduate or have a promotion?
Yeah, she did.
And how old's your daughter now?
She's 12. She turns 13. Yeah.
So is it safe to say that you figured it out?
Yeah, it feels good
so
to see
I'm
her.
sure it does. And stay there with me for a second. So praise yourself for that. If you're able to figure out how to take care of a life a human being, somebody that needs you to provide for them, to educate them, for them to learn from you all the things about life. This whole real estate thing, it's a small, minor thing. And if you could accomplish being a parent, you could accomplish this. So it's the same thing. It's going to be scary. You're not going to know, but what you're going to do is you're not going to waver. You're going to learn. You're going to apply yourself. You're going to be humble. You're going to fall on your face, because I'm sure you did things as a parent that, okay, I just got to try this, and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
But you know what? In the long run, look at her growing into this amazing young lady, and you had a hand in that, and you raised her. So you faced some of the hardest shit and some of the biggest doubts that you had about being a parent. And I know this firsthand because I'm a parent. So you've already done the hardest shit in life. This real estate stuff, it comes down to you being consistent and you being humble. And I promise you, you do those things and you do it right, you'll be successful in this. So raise yourself up and look at yourself and all the things that you've been able to accomplish despite adversity. It's the same mindset when you go into real estate. I promise you. And I'm excited about this because I know what you are capable of, and I've only spent a little bit of time with you.
Thank you. I
Cool.
really appreciate that. Yeah.
I appreciate you. All right, guys, let's go into action. Quite a few of you guys got into contract this week. Quite a few of you guys took new listings. I want to hear, or maybe you threw a community event. I know that Jess Bling has an event coming up. I know Chris and Sophia got into contract. I know Maria created a dope video about the clogging, all these things. So I need a minimum of 5 people to share with me some action that they took in their business this week and what were the results, whether it was video, whether it was door knocking, whether it was a new appointment, a new contract taken, a new listing written, whatever that is. So who wants to share first? Let's go, Jess Bling. And I need 4 other hands up. Don't be shy. Yes, Nicole, I wanted you to contribute. So let's go, Jess Bling. What's good? Let's hear from you first and foremost.
What is up, y'all? I am feeling fucking fantastic. Elias low-key asked me a question this week and really had me deep in thought, and that shit triggered me to just take action. I got my ass back in my dance classes.
What was that? Hold on for everyone. So just if you want to let them in a little bit, because you're giving them a little bit, but what was the question?
I mean, it's a simple question, and it was just like, how does that make you feel? And like, why did you stop? Because y'all don't know my life, but I've naturally lost about 70 pounds, and my biggest win is keeping it off. And anyways, my heart broke because I lost 2 of my dance classes that were like the biggest part of my weight loss. And when he asked me that question, I was just like, well, fuck, I know it's deeper than just not wanting to go and not being motivated. Like there's something that's missing, and it just hit me. And I fuck Elias, you know I'm sensitive. A part of me broke. A part of my heart was broken because 2 of my dance instructors have moved away. And anyways, I said all that to say that question made me get my ass back on the wagon, and I had already been looking for other instructors. And so I found someone else that's right down the street from my house, and I'm hella juiced because I'm about to get my ass back to dancing. But that, and then also during our call, Elias and I were talking about like ways that I can further improve the experience for my sphere and utilize the 1,000 people that I have in my database. And so, Coach, I'm listening. I fucking respect you. Whatever you tell me, I'm going to do. I started doing that shit yesterday. I time blocked my whole calendar to get on property tours. Like, when I tell y'all, I started an accountability group. Me and a couple of girls on the team, my babies, we are like going. And we were at the gym together this morning. Like, this shit is lit, y'all. I'm so excited.
Man, I love it. I don't know about you guys, but can you guys feel that level of true enthusiasm, excitement? But excitement, enthusiasm, it's not enough. She backs it up with action. And so I absolutely love this. So great job, Jess. Appreciate you. Go ahead and put your hand down so I don't get confused on who has their hand up. Nicole Penland, staring cancer in the face, was able to get in contract this week. Nicole Penland, everyone wants to hear this. So you guys, let's hear from Nicole. What's up? What's good? Share with us what's going on, and tell us about your win this week.
So it was more so than this week. When I went into the hospital, I reached out to a couple team members because I had buyers for my land listing, but I knew I was stretching myself too thin, trying to juggle everything, knowing something was wrong. So when I got my diagnosis, I reached out to a few. And yesterday I got a text from Will because my seller accepted the buyer that I sent him his offer. So we're officially in contract. So that one is done, and I got 2 listings coming up. So very excited. Even though I haven't been on camera since I got my diagnosis, I'm still pushing. So very excited.
Wow. Like, let me just take a moment, you guys. Like, I'm almost speechless. Like the fact that she's here, like, I don't know. I'm just gonna tell you this. I know you got the boys, and if you're just feeling like maybe you're just tired and you just need a little bit of help, and you want Uncle E to come and take them, get some hamburgers and get some, some milkshakes or something. Like, I just want to throw that out there. If there's anything I can do for you, for the boys, we'll go have some food, go to the park, whatever, go for a bike ride. Like, I just want to throw that out there. I don't know if there's anything that I can do, but I just want to lend that support to you. So Nicole, thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
The positive energy. You tell the boys if they ever need anything, you give them my number, or they can call me anytime. You too. Felisa, let's hear from you. Come on, Boomer, take yourself off of mute. There we go.
Okay. There. Sorry. Nicole, my heart goes out to you. I'm an emotional person too. Trying to hold it together. Okay, professionally, I have a client and we've been pushing for a long time just to get his application for his loan just completed. I actually assisted on completing the whole application. Application's done. We're actually doing the buy before you sell through HomeLight. So we are going to be looking for a home for him hopefully this weekend. Once the application's done, it takes max 2 to 3 days for it to process. So in a few days, we'll find out what his buying power is. And we're looking for something for him hopefully this weekend. And we can get him into contract soon and then sell his current place. So I have a lot of good things coming up. Very excited about it. And personally, I've always been in my head, always very cloudy, very hard to figure things out. And I've done some research, and I kind of self-diagnosed ADHD, but because of that, it has allowed me to do some research and figure out how to manage things, which is a good thing. Information is key. So learning how to stay organized, stay on top of stuff, stay with my stuff and the kids and everything else, just getting things done. So I'm really glad a lot of things are looking up.
I love this. I love this. And coming from a guy who is the ADD poster child, I have figured ways to mitigate that with my calendar. If I'm not staying on task with something, then I'll switch it up and I'll do something else and I'll come back to it. So if that means micro work on projects and things like that, then I'll do whatever I have to do. But I really appreciate you sharing. Let's go to Marcella. Am I saying that right? I've never met you before, but hi, Marcella, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
You're very far away. Hold on, Marcella, you're very far away. I can't hear you well. Let's try that one more time.
I'll take it.
Okay, that's better. That's better. We can hear you, Marcella.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Loud and clear.
Okay, great. I just wanted to say thank you to Sylvia Young inviting me to the call. And so it's been great listening in. I have you in my prayers already for your healing. And as far as the wins go, I closed the deal in Discovery Bay.
Hey, Marcella, I'm going to cut you off because your audio is not good enough to support what you're saying. I appreciate what you're saying, but I can't hear it well enough and it's not conveying. So we're going to come back to you in a moment if you can fix your audio. We're going to go over to Liz and we'll go to Maria. Come say hi to everyone really quick, okay? Okay, say hello to everybody.
Hello.
Dreams, goals, vision, crush it. Say what you're gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you. Okay. Anyways, go ahead, Liz. You just learned that. I taught him that.
Oh God, that's so cute. Okay, first of all, Nicole, healing prayers go out to you. For me, I'm also an emotional person, but also going back to Griselda, you got this, girl. That's what kept me in real estate, because I was also a single mom with 2 boys. And I remember, I'm gonna share something that my previous team leader at Keller Williams Danville told me, because I was getting ready to quit to go get a 9-to-5 job because things were slow. And she's like, okay, Liz, remember that this effort that you're gonna go out, find a job and put this effort into somebody else's business. Why don't you put the effort into building your own business, and doing this, for your kids? And oh my God. So that made me think twice about it. And I never left real estate, because as Roxanne Adams always says, the possibilities in real estate are endless. So you can make as much as you want, and it's up to you. And like Elias said, it's all about consistency. I know we always go through our ups and downs, but Griselda, you got this.
Wow.
Okay.
I appreciate that sentiment, Liz, and shout out to you. I have a huge heart for a single mom. My mom was a single mom, went through many challenges, and so my heart goes out to you, and I appreciate that sentiment, and thank you for sharing. Maria, start taking us home. Maria,
Oh,
talk
wait,
to us.
just right quick, but now let me get into my actions.
All right, so rapid fire, Liz, rapid fire,
Okay,
because I want to make sure we get to the next one.
So I did get into contract, be closing soon in escrow in San Pablo. That was very challenging. I guess I'll tell my story another time because we're in limited time, but I am under contract on another property in series.
Love this. I love this. And somebody that at one time wanted to back out, had some great advice from a mentor, is now one of our top producers in our entire company. And we have 337 agents, and she is a top producer in our environment and still shows up here and contributes at a high level. So Liz, appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Maria, let's hear from you. What action did you take in this business this week in your business? Excuse me, what were the results?
Good morning. Good morning. So, Mr. E, love you. And you made me do 2 things that I was not thinking about doing. Number 1, the clogging video. I love that video. You guys really have to watch it and give me some love on that video, because I've got a lot of good feedback from it, and I love it. Thank you. Thanks to my
tell me about some of the feedback that you're getting on that video.
People are like, they better leave Gizmo alone. Don't be messing with my Gizmo. So it's about living in a condo when you have very active dogs, and a neighbor that didn't like it really.
Was banging on her ceiling with the freaking broom.
So I did a video on that. I loved it. Thank you, E, for that. And then the second video I did, well, actually the first video I did was the duet. And Elias said I could do it for, whoever, it doesn't matter. So Mondays are typically my day post church, post Sunday. It's also a day that people tend to have heart attacks. I'm just putting that out there. So I felt out of all the days of the week, we need to be blessed and prayed over our businesses. So I had seen a prayer literally the day before, and I was like, I'm gonna duet this one. I did it. It's crazy. It's like crazy. I think I have had 13 to 15, whatever, I don't know all the stats, but my insights, it was crazy. My phone was blowing up, and I was like, what is it? It's because in the prayer, he ends with, and if you receive this, say amen. People are like, amen, 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 amen. I was like, oh. And I have a lot more followers based on that. And so it just made me
Maria, hold on really quick. Let's pause for a quick second. How much time did you actually speak in that video?
Zero. But what I did do, people don't, of course, because they didn't hear me, was that I was praying while he was praying. And I've had people, again, reach out to me, and they were like, thank you so much for sharing that. I needed to hear that today. Now, I said nothing. And I loved it. And I was like, oh, well, how can I do? What else can I do? So that's my next step, is to find one every Monday and to use it as a prayer for people to start their week.
I love this. I love this. Maria told me a few months back, like, I don't get all this tech stuff. And oh my God, I'm like, all right, you got to do this. She's like, well, hold on. I got my notes from 2 weeks ago and I didn't do this. And like systems were a challenge for her in tech. Her personality is larger than life, But now she's implementing systems. She created a newsletter. She's on social. She has a routine, a cadence. And like, it's been amazing to see you grow, Maria. And I love it. I love it. I remember seeing that clogging commercial on Geico. I'm like, okay, jack that and put that into your video. So I loved it and I laughed. So
yeah, and it's a blessing that I've also done some networking events. That's kind of like my biggest win this week is I did the Metro Chamber. I was Elias for the evening. So just know that Sacramento, Team Fast Sacramento and Metro Chamber are going to be partnership. And then I did an event yesterday with Kay. With Realty.
I'm glad I didn't sign up for what was it? Momentum, movement, stillness, what's it called again? Motion, the thing you went to. Grounded, there you go.
It's all women. You would have been like, woo!
I almost signed up for it. And I was like, I'm glad I did it. But anyways, I'm glad you had a good time.
Because I connected with other women realtors in Sacramento. So it was awesome.
I love it. I love it. Elisa Belcher.
How do you do those duets? Oh, anyway.
Duets, it's simple. Go to somebody that you admire on social media. And I don't want to have a whole social media conversation, but go to somebody you admire on social media, right? Say it's Min Nguyen, say it's Mel Robbins, right? All you do is you go to Mel Robbins, right? Say, I'll just show you how to do this. She has a video here, right? All I do is hit the video and then the 3 little dots down there, 3 little dots, it's going to give me an option to remix. There. All I do is remix it side by side. And now all I do is record my reactions. That's it.
Thank you.
It's like that simple. All you do is hit the 3 little buttons, remix, and then you just put your thoughts on it. So simple. Elisa Beltran, let's hear from you. What action did you take in this week and what were the results?
Well, it's been a great week for me. I went into contract last week, prepping my listing in San Ramon. But it's, I feel calling, I feel like Grace and Jessica we're always thinking and saying that we're not enough, right? We're not doing enough, but consistency little by little, and we're planting a seed. It's going to take some time to see results. Just don't give up, keep watering, keep consistently doing little steps, and it's going to see the results eventually. So keep your faith in you, keep doing what you believe you can do. Do see what other people are doing. Don't compare yourself, because I do that a lot too. All my videos are not good enough. But yesterday video, my stager doing the bed with the boxes, oh my God, people are like laughing about it. And they're like, oh my God, I never knew that, So I just throw it out there. I was literally in the car just doing it really fast. I'm like, oh, I don't really like it, but I'm just gonna post it, So I got some reactions from it. So just be out there. People are watching you. People are watching your videos. It's just gonna take some time and be patient. It's a business. It can be rewarding, but also we need to have thick skin and believe in ourselves so we don't give up. So I think that's huge for me this week.
I love this. You guys, I appreciate this session at a very, very high level. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. When you think about the conversation, how this started out, your body of work, you cannot say that something is not working if you have not created a body of work for you to be able to inspect that body of work. So make the videos, make the calls, record your calls, send the emails, check your open rate, all these things. So now you can say, all right, let's inspect my business and see where are the areas where I can get better. Remember this formula. And I posted on social media. Feel free to save that formula, because I was shared that formula was shared with me by John Sheplack 2 years ago in his living room. Action, everything starts with action. Based on that action, it's going to give you some experience, right? Good, bad, or indifferent. From that experience, it's going to give you some feedback. All right, cool. I think I need to work on connecting better. I need to work on closing better. And from that feedback, it's going to tell you all the skills that you need to improve upon. So your body of work is everything. Go and create a body of work. Stop being so hard on yourself. Give yourself some grace and just go and be consistent in everything that you do. And I promise you, your life will change in your life and business. So you guys, I appreciate this call on a very, very deep level. for Nicole, sending you light, sending you love. You tell the boys if Uncle E needs anything, I am here. Burgers on me, shakes on me, park time on me, whatever it is, I'm here. I want to hear from one person before we close out. Roxanne's cousin again. What was your name again?
My name's Lacey.
Lacey, tell us key takeaway from your time here today with us.
So first and foremost, don't let the drunken monkey get you down. Use it as fuel to do the opposite of whatever negativity is telling you to do. Stay consistent, don't give up, and just baby steps. I am also that type of person, and I'm gonna keep this short and simple. I know we all have a life to get back to, but I always never feel like I'm doing enough. But as long as you're taking one step in front of the other, staying consistent, you guys will get far. But thank you for having me. Thank you, Roxanne, for giving me this opportunity to listen to all your brains. This was a good experience. So
Wow, I love this. I love this. Give her fuck back.
don't
You
let
guys-
the black hoodie fool you.
Yeah, hey, listen, we built this business in black hoodies and shorts, so it's all good. So listen, you guys, have an amazing day. What I want to encourage everybody to do, I want to challenge everybody to do this. I want you to invite one guest for Monday's Keep It Moving coaching. One guest, somebody that you know in the industry, maybe someone struggling at another brokerage, maybe it's someone within the team that needs to get their drunk monkey off their shoulder and say, hey, you know what? You should probably get your ass in that room on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I want to encourage everyone to bring one guest on Monday, team member or non-team member, bring them to Keep It Moving group coaching. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I love all the kids' faces on the screen today. I love all of our guests being here. So as always, keep it moving towards your dreams, goals, and vision, and have an amazing, amazing weekend. Peace.